and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today is a new episode of the Rida point of view, which I seem to be really enjoying. And the topic that we're going to discuss today, girls taking and making decisions. Alright, firstly, coming from a family that doesn't really allow women to make decisions is definitely a crazy place to start, because when you're growing up, you've seen your mother not taking decisions, which is usually like, okay, go ask your father, or if your father wants it, or if the head of the family allows. Let's consider it's a family of mother, father, and three girls, because we're three girls and a boy. So here the decision making aspect of things definitely goes to my father. And even though my mom can have an opinion, however, it is really hard to come to a stage where she can take and make a decision. So now I'm not talking about, oh, she has a control over this thing, like, oh, don't go here, don't go there, or I'm going to cook this and you're going to eat. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Important decisions as I would like to work, or important decisions as the money that's coming from the work I'm doing belongs to me, or I would like to spend it in a certain way or a certain manner, or taking life decisions for yourself, of doing certain chores or whatever you wish for, is definitely not very much given to women, and is a topic that not a lot of people talk about. Now let's take an example. This now is not a gender related issue. It definitely lies to everybody, because when you start, or when you're growing up, your parents have a certain expectations from you as to what you have to do, what you have to study, what they expect you to become. And for girls, mostly it is be a doctor or a teacher, you know, the girl specific related job, because that's going to be easy for you, as well as it's a status that you are working in that domain and you can get a nice proposal to get married to, or the whole idea of you can get a degree and stay back home and learn how to cook and clean, because we'll find you somebody who can take care of you. I feel like everyone should work, you know, everybody should work, everybody should be independent, everybody should know how to run a house, and that can be how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of yourselves without really being dependent on anybody. It does not really revolve around having your parents or having your partner. It's a life skill that everybody should learn, but it's somehow given to women. You know, you're conditioned into believing that you're naturally born with it. For example, I remember growing in a household where if a boy is trying to clean the house, they go like, no, you don't know how to do it. We have girls, they'll do it for you. Or the women in the house take time to cook and make sure that there's the best food available for everybody, and the first who eat are definitely men, and whatever's left over is left for women, and they don't fight, or they don't have an opinion about it. They're okay with it. And I'm not even saying that this is conditioned. For example, my father is someone who's really open about things. He would like for my mother to work, my mother to be out there, but my mother, on the other hand, does not feel like it. She feels like, no, I am supposed to be repressed, I am supposed to not have an opinion of my own, I should listen to my husband, I should only eat if he asks me to. But my dad's definitely not like that, which is really hard, because even though we want her to change in a certain way, she definitely is not going to, because the way she's conditioned, she feels like, okay, all of you guys are brats, you're not listening, you're not going to be whatever that is you have to be, and this is how the system has to work, or this is how the society needs to run. Let's just draw a line of things. You put into school, choosing or taking decision of what to wear and how to look is definitely one of the things that we don't really have a lot of say on. We usually are asked to cover ourselves, or, you know, okay, you've grown up now and the men are going to see you, or people around you are going to see you, and that's not how you have to be. You have to be in a certain way or a certain kind, which again is a decision taken by your parents or your family. And then eventually when you're growing up and you are like, okay, this is what I want to do, and you have other people influencing into do this or do that, take this or take that, this is an ideal job for a girl, this is an ideal job after you get married, or this is an ideal job role that you would have once you have babies. So you might not want to marry, or you might not see near future to that extent, but your family consistently, or people around you, will consistently keep telling this to you, that this is what you need to do, or this is what you need to do to be to secure the future or to secure that stability you're looking for in life. It is also sad that as you're taken away from not being able to make a lot of decisions of your own life, because again you are kept at the edge of considering and consideration of your entire family. If you do this, your family is going to be upset. If you do that, we're not going to be okay with that. Like I keep telling them, like 80 to 90% of my life has been what you guys want, and I really can't do what I wish like, or I really cannot choose what I would want. I've always taken care of what you like and what you wish for, and now I want to take that power back from you, and I want to be able to live the life the way I want to. But it is not easy. As I told you, I think it was also in the marriage video that I spoke of, I told you guys that we are financially dependent on our parents, and that kind of gets us into a tricky situation of not being able to make our own decisions or take our own decisions, because eventually they're like, we take care of you, we feed you, you're living under our roof, so you don't get to have an opinion, or you don't get to have a say. Or the whole idea of you're not mature enough, you're still a baby, you still don't know how life runs, we've seen life more than you. Like, I would like to see life too, if you allow me to. If you keep me under a cocoon of not allowing or not letting me live the life the way I want, learn from my mistakes, learn and see the world my way, I don't think I'll ever experience but live off of your shadow. And that's one of the things that I feel is really hard for us when it comes to making and taking decisions. And eventually now you have the whole taking decisions of your education, what you want to do. Some of them are passionate about something but eventually end up taking something that is good for your future. Now when it comes to higher education as well, you again are considerate about your family, your stability, you're thinking twice of what you want to do, even though you might be interested in something else, but you have to consider something else. So the consideration factor kind of does affect making and taking decisions. Yes, even if you're ready to get married, which is again a choice that you have to make, that's again a decision that you have to make, which sometimes is in control of you. I'm really happy if that's the case for you, but a lot of women are forced into it, and a lot of women are pressured into it, and they do not really get the choice of choosing or making a decision of taking that important step of their life. They are just put out there like, we know better. Once you do this, we think everything's going to do well. And the worst part of all I feel is not being able to take and make decisions of wanting to work or not wanting to work. Even though it's a struggle for a lot of women, asking that, can we please work, can we please do this? It's like the financial independence. Even though I want to be someone who's earning for myself and taking care of my own needs, the path to lead there is a battle within ourselves, and it's a battle with our family, asking them that, can I please work here? And even that's with a time and duration and a slot. So yes, as I was saying, it's actually a privilege for a lot of women to be able to take decisions for themselves, and not a lot of them have that. And even if you want to, a lot of them are going on war with their families, they're fighting with them, and for literally basic things. It's not easy. I sympathize with you guys because I've been there. I'm 24 and right now is when I'm able to make decisions for myself, because again, it was a battle. I still reconsider and I do a lot of things, but being able to make your own decisions is definitely really hard if you're a woman. With this, I am ending this episode of the Rida Point of View. I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, sayonara. This is me, Rida Tirana, signing off.